Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to make ice cream for your ice cream lab that I submitted to you. I'm not going to be doing measurements because I've done this quite a bit, so I just kind of freehand, but I would recommend following the instructions, the recipe, just so you know exactly what to put in. What you're going to need is a bag of ice. You'll also need a sandwich bag for your other ingredients, such as milk, sugar, and then I like to use ice cream salt, which will go in a large gallon bag. Do not put it in the small sandwich bag, or you're going to have some pretty salty ice cream and it won't be very good. Okay, and then also for flavoring, if you use vanilla extract, I wouldn't use very much. I think the recipe only calls for like 1/4 of a teaspoon, but you can also use chocolate syrup, strawberry syrup, and today I'm actually going to be using coconut milk. We're going to try a little bit different flavor of ice cream. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. First step is prepping your outside bag, which is your ice cream salt and your ice. And so I believe the recipe calls for about 3 cups of this. Just make sure you look at that recipe to see how much it calls for. Again, I'm just going to be eyeballing it real quick. Okay, and so what this is doing is it's actually going to lower the freezing point of the ice, so it allows the ice cream ingredients to freeze a lot quicker than, say, putting it in the freezer. Okay, so I've prepped that bag. I'm also going to prep the small sandwich bag with some of my ingredients that I need. I'm going to start with sugar first. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little bit of milk, and since I'm using coconut milk as well, I'm going to do half and half. However, if you're just usually using your 2%, I also recommend maybe whole D vitamin milk because it's a little bit fattier, so it's better for ice cream. But since we're using coconut milk, it has a little bit of that extra that we need. Okay, then our coconut milk. Okay, so this is about how much I'm going to have in my bag, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less for you guys, depending on your recipe. And then again, if you'd like to make it vanilla, just add vanilla extract, chocolate syrup for chocolate ice cream, and then strawberry syrup for strawberry ice cream. And so what you want to do is, now that you've added your milk, sugar, and your flavor in here, you want to seal the bag and try to remove as much air as possible without obviously making a huge mess. And it's critical that you seal this. I would recommend using a bag with kind of a double seal, but this should work just fine because I sealed it properly. And so what you do is you take your ingredients bag, you're going to put it inside of your ice bag, try to remove as much air from that, and then seal your ice bag. Now, for this process, I would highly recommend using a towel, since that salt is going to be lowering the freezing point. Just holding that bag is going to be extremely cold, and you need to basically just do a rocking motion or some type of churning motion for about 10 or 15 minutes. So here in about 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to show you the end result of your ice cream lab. Okay, so I've been shaking for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to check on it to see if it has formed into ice cream. If it's still a little malt, slushy-like, just put it right back in the bag, shake it for another 5 minutes. But as you can see, it is now actually ice cream. And so you have a serving container already with your bag. Just grab a spoon and you can sample. Not too bad.